Alright, so this is my tier list right here, or at least the almost completed version of it. The reason I'm making a tier list video right now is because CEO just finished. A lot of top players right now are putting out their tier lists because they feel the meta has kind of been a little bit more established now that some time has gone through since the balance patch went out. So I think that, yeah, there's been two majors with Combo Breaker and CEO. So everything's kind of been fleshed out at least pretty well, at least well enough to give out a tier list. Alright, so I'm going to go through the top 10, or at least who I feel the top 10 is, and just place them one by one and, explain why they're good, why they're a good support. That's the horizontal plane right there, is a good support, bad support, and just kind of explain why I feel they're where they need to be at. If you want to just see the whole tier list put together, you just, by all means, go ahead and skip to the end. Okay, so first and foremost at number 1, no surprise, it's going to be Cell as number 1. I wish it was somebody else. Cell is my favorite character, but, pros and cons. Cons, everybody uses him. Pros, he's the best character in the game. So, this doesn't need a long explanation. Everybody knows this by now. He's got the best neutral in the game. Not the best damage, but definitely top tier damage. Best mix-ups in the game, especially if you throw in Kid Buu in the mix, then he has that one, perfect tact Kid Buu assist, which is the best mix-up in the game in my opinion. And he's got the best touch of death potential off of perfect attack. So, not a lot of explanation is needed for that. Number 2 on the tier list is definitely going to be Kid Buu, in my opinion. He's got the best assist in the game. That's why he's like as high as you can be on the support side. If anything, I would put him off the screen. The reason being is his assist, it has about as much block stun and hit stun as pre-patch Vegeta assist. It can make any character have good mix-ups, and it gives Cell the best mix-up in the game. The only difference between Vegeta assist is you can't use it as like throwing out in the neutral assist to try to catch people vanishing or super dashing. And you can't use it as a defensive assist either, like Vegeta. If you try to use Kid Buu assist as a defensive assist, it's way too slow on startup. You're probably gonna get hit out of it. So, but yeah, as tier-wise though, he's really good though. He's got good neutral, good damage. He's got the DHC option where you can make people level 1 super twice, and he's kind of like Gotenks as a solo character, where when he's by himself, if you're respecting him quite a bit, he still has a few nasty mix-ups that he can abuse. So that puts him way up there for me, and just right above Bardock. Bardock, who is easily number 3 in the tier list. Just these top three characters in general, I feel like these are just like inarguable. Like if you say anything else other than these 3, and I think everybody knows this by now, maybe you can switch Kid Buu and Bardock, but if you put anybody else in the top 3, it's without a doubt wrong. So yeah, Bardock is number 3 in my opinion. If you want to switch Kid Buu, Bardock, sure, whatever. He's kind of high on the support side. He's got a really good assist. It comes in really fast. It's probably one of the fastest one to come out. Pretty solid block stun. Amazing hit stun though. Like you have like a year to combo after you hit somebody with Bardock. It's almost like Yamcha's assist. So yeah, it's pretty useful. It's not a DP though, but it's still really good. Him as a character though, like on the tier list, he's really good. Like it's really obvious to see he's really good in the neutral. The lariat just has him all over the place. It's unreactable. You can't react to somebody just lariat, or you can't react to Bardock's lariat and just dodge it. You have to take the block and then vanish and then give him some plus frames. Same thing if it's in the air. He's obviously not going to be plus if he hits you in the air, but he could most times. You're going to get hit in the air and he gets a combo off of that. That's kind of the problem with lariat. He's all over the place. His damage is really good, especially because of his ability to level 1 like God knows how many times with quite a few assists. He just needs a decent assist to do it. Goku Black, Super Saiyan Goku, definitely Vegeta, he can do it. And he's got really good mix-ups. Not as good as Kid Buu, but once he gets a hard knockdown off after like level 3, he's got that that up lariat thing where he can do the forward dash or low. That shit is scary. So yeah, Bardock, very solid character. Number 4 is gonna be super close for me with with Gotenks and Adult Gohan. They might as well be the same, not like playstyle wise, but like tier list wise. Gotenks though, I guess I'll put him slightly higher. His assist is really good. It's got good block stun, good hit stun, really good hit stun and combo potential in the air. That's another amazing thing about it. So yeah, he's really good at setting people up for mix-ups. And tier-wise, what makes him good? He's got meh neutral, meh damage, but it's his setup ability. Like we've all seen him before with Sonic Fox lately. He's really good at doing those, solo mix-ups like Kid Buu. Like if you're respecting him, he can mix you up with I don't know what the move's called, but like the mouth beam cancels, whatever you call those. He's got some good setups on the Kamikaze Ghost. So yeah, he can be scary once he gets going though. You gotta let him get in first with that bad neutral, but once he does, yeah, scary character. Number 5 is gonna be Adult Gohan, which I'd probably place around here. His support is pretty good. It's a DP assist, so having the DP assist that comes in pretty fast can be pretty useful as a defensive option. But it's not the best on offense. It has pretty little block stun, and on hit, it's actually pretty hard to confirm. You probably have to like super dash or jump up, and when you do jump up combos or super dash combos, you're not gonna get a lot of damage. You're not gonna get good Oki, whereas like Bardock on hit, you get like a legit B&B. But Gohan assist still has his uses. That's why it's still up there. DP assists are good. Him as a character though is really good. He's got pretty high damage. He can get high damage. He's got leg loops still. He still has plus frames in the corner, but you can reflect now, so it's not as good as he used to be. They did nerf that, so that's why he's down to maybe top 5 instead of top 3 where he used to be. But he's still got good neutral. It's up there with Bardock and Kid Buu, probably not Cell. But the rest of his faults, like him not being as good with team synergy, like as Bardock and Kid Buu and Gotenks are what puts him just a little bit behind. Like he's got everything else that makes those 3 characters above him good, but he's not the best at making your team better. Number 6 is going to be Android 16. Again, he's like pretty close to Adult Gohan and Gotenks, but definitely behind them, at least for me. His assist is pretty good. It's got okay block stun, but it's really good on hit stun. It's like Bardock's. You get like a lot of time to convert to a combo, and it's just a regular B&B combo too, so you'll get a sliding knockdown. Him as a character though, yeah, he's still very solid, as almost as solid as he used to be before the nerf. The only thing is he's not the mix-up god, because he doesn't have the hard knockdown anymore. So yeah, he's not a mix-up god anymore, but he's still got everything else that makes him good. He's good at neutral, he's good at throwing out those armored heavies in the air or on the ground, and yeah, he's got decent damage, and he's really good at command grabs. The auto combo command grabs still gets people. So yeah, Android 16, still a solid character, definitely where he should be. Like I don't think, at first I thought the nerfs were pretty bad for him, but I think they're pretty fair. I think he's where he should be right now. Android 21 is going to be number 7 for me, and she's another example of a character who's just kind of like, just perfectly solid and mid-tier, like kind of where she should be. I don't say mid-tier, she's pretty high still on the tier list, but she's where she should be. She's got really good damage, really good neutral normals, not good neutrals, like special moves, unless you steal them, of course, with the command grab. But her normals are really good, really easy to convert and confirm off of. The only thing that brings her down though is her ability not to get or inability to not get sliding knockdowns. So her Oki setups are not the greatest, but it's okay because she still has really high damage and really good neutral, so it makes her viable and puts her a little bit above the rest. Her assists though is pretty bad. It's about it's kind of similar to like Vegeta's assist, so it's not very good. So she's pretty bad on the support side of the tier list, but these are necessary things to keep her balanced. So yeah, number 7. Okay, so number 8, who did I have as number 8? Oh yes, I had a Vegeta Super Saiyan, and this one I had trouble with. I had to debate with myself on whether putting Vegeta over Android 21 or Android 21 over Vegeta. And the main key differences I saw between the two was Vegeta's a very good support character, and Android 21 is way better in the neutral, at least when you compare them two. So it mainly came down to which one did I weigh more important, her neutral or Vegeta's assist, and I put in, or I just consider the neutral game to just be more important in this game, at least when you're comparing it just to Vegeta's assist ability. So yeah, Vegeta's assist is still very good. People still pick him solely for that reason, and he's got the meh neutral game, but he's got solid DPs. He's one of the only characters that has the air DP to stop people from super dashing, where he can spark and get the combo. So he's still good at the usual Vegeta stuff. But yeah, number 8 for Vegeta. Android 18 would be the next one for me. She's a character that was kind of underrated for a while, but I think nowadays people are starting to see that she's a little bit better than what people thought she was. Again, not by much. She's not like top tier or anything, but definitely a lot better than what people thought. People thought she was really ass when they saw the nerfs from the beta. But yeah, she's really good. Her assist is not the highest on the tier list. It's mainly just a defensive assist, and that's it. And it's really good for the... I'm pretty sure we've all seen the tech before, the calling in 18 assists and then dragon rushing with somebody else, because it's hard to see with the green shield. Yeah, so it's good for that and as a defensive assist. No mix-up potential though, so that's what puts other people's assist above hers. Her as a character though, like I was saying before, she is underrated. She has pretty meh normals, but yeah, like pretty much almost all her normals really bad. But the thing that makes her good though, in my opinion, is 17 assists. Really good for mix-ups, especially if you build a good team around her with really good synergy to set it up. Yeah, 17 assists or the 17 assist mix-ups can be pretty deadly. And people are starting to realize that too. Sonic Fox has been picking her up, not seriously, I think. Beyond Toxin just got 9th place at CEO, just shy of top 8 with being a top, an Android 18 main. So, it's very possible with her. Definitely at least higher than the other mid tiers. That's what I would say. Now the final one at 10th place, and I think I changed my mind last minute. I'm gonna go by it really quickly. I had Goku Super Saiyan, but I think I'm gonna switch him with who I had as number 11, which was Goku Black. They're both very similar on the support and just character side of who they are. The main differences between them both though. Super Saiyan Goku is definitely better on damage. Goku Black is definitely better on neutral. And again, I just weighed them both with what was more important, the damage and the neutral, and I went with neutral game. You got to get in first before you can start doing damage. So that's obviously better. So Goku Black just barely better than Super Saiyan Goku. Next though, I want to really as quickly as possible go through the mid to low tiers. For two reasons. One, I don't want to make this video too long, and two, they are the mid to low tiers, so I don't have that much XP with them. I haven't seen them that much. I don't know them like the back of my hand like I do the top or the high tiers, but I do know them pretty well. Still seen them all quite a few times. So let's see. So around the same level, we got Vegito, Zamasu, Trunks, and Tien, somewhat around the same level. I'll go through them real quickly. Vegito is very high damage, okay in the neutral. He's got some pretty solid normals, but his damage is what puts him above everybody else. It's probably some of the best damage in the game. He's got to spend bar for it, but it's kind of up there with like Teen Gohan's. Only problem is he's got to spend way more bar. One for the extensions and one for the sliding knockdown, but it is possible for him. That's the thing. He doesn't have a good full screen presence, but he's still got the good normals to get in. Next is Trunks. He's pretty close to the top 10. He mainly for the reason is he's pretty good in neutral. He's got some pretty good neutral, good normals, some special moves that help him out in the neutral, like the Masenko. It might as well be a Kameo wave, and he's got the flip. That flip is not very good for mix-ups unless you have Kid Buu assist, but it is good for just mobility reasons. It's good for like not falling in front of like your opponent, like say you're out of jumps and you're about to fall down right in front of them, but you don't want to take the pressure, you know, you can flip out forward or backwards, beam to punish their down heavies. You know, it makes them excel in the neutral, which is why I put him up there, because I value neutral the most in this game. Tien, also on the same, somewhat around the same level, a little bit behind, but he's still pretty viable. He's got double supers depending on who your team is. He can level 1 twice, get some mad damage, and he can get sliding knockdowns off of like almost any kind of touch, and he can do it meterlessly. Sometimes he just has to vanish, but he can get some solid damage and sliding knockdowns. That's what I like the most about him, is his ability to have just good Oki in general. So yeah, Tien, pretty solid, kind of well-rounded, very balanced. Next, around the same level, we got Zamasu. Him I know a lot better. He is my current main on my team. He's got, I think he's pretty underrated right now. I think a lot of people have not explored him to his fullest extent. Keep in mind though, his fullest extent I still think is just not that high tier. Obviously I don't even have him top 10, but people have him like pretty low, like bottom 10. Like if you look at other high level players tier list. But I do think he's a little bit better than what people give him credit for. He's got an okay assist, it does its job, okay block stun, hit stun. Him as a character though, the thing about him, he's got so many tools, it's just that none of his tools are really that great. Like he's got the lightning setups where he summons the lightning, he's got flight, he's got his own version of the Hell Zone grenade, and he's got the sword slashes. I don't know, he's a bunch of tools for neutral or just combos, but just none of them just make him excel. He doesn't excel in any of those areas, so that's what keeps him from being great. But you know, I think it's kind of necessary to keep him balanced. You know, you don't want him, if one of those things was really good, yeah, he would definitely be a top tier character and that'd be bad. So I think he's okay right now, pretty fair. His neutral is okay, I think it's kind of meh, but him having a lot of tools that are useful sometimes makes him viable. The next set of characters that are all around the same level that I want to talk about, I guess, would be Goku Super Saiyan Blue, Ginyu, Piccolo, Team Gohan, and Yamcha. Those are all about around the same level, and in my opinion, those are all characters that are just like barely viable of like winning tournaments. I think anything below that is probably just cutting it really close to low tier and just definitely hurting your team. Goku Blue, yeah, pretty bad assist, not good in neutral, not good in defense or offense, but he's got some solid neutral tools, decent damage, and his normals are about the same as Super Saiyan Goku, which are just modest at best. Ginyu is pretty gimmicky, but he can be viable as long as you build a team around him and run him as point. I think mid and anchor is probably a bad decision for Ginyu. And his assist is, yeah, it's kind of meh. It's not a DP, it's just a single hitting assist. Not a lot of block stun or hit stun, so not too great. Not too great as a core character either, but if you build a team around him, put him as point, he's alright. Piccolo and Yamcha are definitely the proof that these characters are just like barely viable. With Hook Gang God and Apology Man, you know, using Piccolo, and Kazunoko winning CEO with Yamcha. Of course, Hook also had the power, Summon of Power win as well, but yeah, there's definitely the proof and results right there that if you put in the work, and you can tell through the gameplay that these sets were not easy for them. They definitely had to work hard for these wins because of these characters. If they had picked top tier characters, they probably could have had a better time. So yeah, but there's the proof right there in the results that with these characters, and of course probably building a team around them, that you can get some good results and win some tournaments. Team Gohan is around the same level, maybe probably a little bit lower, but I do believe he's probably barely viable. There just hasn't been many results like that have been given out with him. Not a lot of players use Team Gohan. Some people have tried to kill Sage, BRK Dave, I think that's his name. The problem with him is just he's got really good damage and a few setups, but his neutral is really bad, and it kind of sucks for him. So yeah, Team Gohan is okay. They might need to change him, might not. I wouldn't change him on the next patch just to stay safe. The rest of the characters we have are are pretty much the bottom like 8 I think we have left. Yeah, bottom 8, and it's kind of obvious. So I don't think I'm gonna go over each of them one by one, except for Beerus. I wanted to point out, bro, I honestly don't know how to fix Beerus. Like, I could think of some buffs for each character, but Beerus, I honestly don't know how, because his gimmick is probably the worst gimmick in the game. There's a bunch of characters in this game that have some gimmicks, but at least like say Ginyu's gimmick, if you're playing against scrubs or people who just don't know the matchup, at least his gimmicks will work. Beerus, his gimmick, the little spheres, those won't even beat scrubs. People super dash through that shit like no tomorrow. So honestly, I don't even know how you fix him without like redesigning the orbs. Because if you take away the ability to super dash through him, then he's instantly top tier, without a doubt. So you can't do that. And I don't think you should change his neutral game. Maybe giving him a sliding knockdown might be the best option. But yeah, Beerus, bottom 3. I wouldn't know how to fix them. That's the only thing I wanted to note on the bottom characters. So yeah, that's basically the gist of my whole tier list, or at least what I felt needed to be explained. If you have any questions, like at least like about the bottom tiers that I didn't go over, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I will explain happily. Or if you want to debate my tier list choicings, I'm sure some people would disagree. You know, my tier list very well may be wrong. Yeah, you could say something in the comments. Give me a reason why though, you know, on a character, and maybe I can explain why either it's not correct or maybe agree. So yeah, if you have any questions, just shoot me in the comments. I am currently still working on new stuff for next upcoming videos. I have something I'm working on already, and I'm trying to get footage for some other ideas. One thing I did want to mention, after Evo, which I am going to this year, and hopefully I do get some stream footage to show you guys. After Evo, I am without a doubt gonna 100% try to pick up Yamcha again. Mainly for the rest of my tournaments that I'm gonna do this year, and for videos. Right now, I can't do it. I don't want to work that hard, at least for Evo. But yeah, after Evo though, for sure, I'm gonna try to pick up Yamcha, put him back in the team. I don't know who I'm gonna replace, but I'll definitely try to put him back in. So yeah, that's it for the video then, guys. Feel free to ask me anything, and I will try to get the next video out as soon as possible.